the care that we're not getting. We're seeing it all over the internet. Most recently, a woman lost her sister, and the sister was not able to get a test until it was time for her to be put on the ventilator. And then her daughter was not able to get a test. I talked to you in Amarillo about how they didn't have any test in Amarillo, Texas, regardless of the color of your skin. And so COVID-19 has really demonstrated to us death, dying, and destruction. But now, as Black people in the United States, we are faced with yet more murders. We talked about last week Armaud Arbery, who was simply just jogging in the neighborhood. We are faced with the murder of our sister Breonna Taylor in Kentucky. It was an EMT. She was at home. You know, the things that are troubling me are the things that are troubling us all. The fact that all I could think about with Ahmaud was Trayvon Martin. Trayvon, as you remember, went to 7-Eleven, got some Skittles and a tea, had his hoodie on because it was misty, trying to get back home to watch the end of the NBA game when he was approached by super cop, top flight cop of the world, Zimmerman, who thought it was his white privilege duty to stop and make a citizen's arrest. This citizen's arrest thing is a plantation philosophy that suggests because I'm white, I can do whatever I want to, and you're going to respect me and follow my rules and the order as if I were the police. It is a philosophy derived from the antebellum South that suggests because they are white, we're supposed to tremble with fear. I liken Ahmaud Arbery's murder to Trayvon Martin's murder because Trayvon fought back. And when Zimmerman realized he was outmatched, he pulled a gun and shot. Now, agreed, the differences with Ahmaud are they hunted him down. But I believe that Zimmerman hunted. He was out that night looking to get into some SHIT, quite honestly. When Arbery was fighting Travis McMichael and was getting the best of McMichael, the son, the father shot because he realized that his son was losing the very battle that he took on, ensued, perpetuated, and created. Because see, oftentimes the monster that you're battling, you created it. We play a role in our own disappointment. He got out there, got his butt whipped in front of the neighbors, and there was nothing else to do but kill Ahmaud Arbery. We've seen the video footage where Ahmaud is wrestling with the stock of the gun. He couldn't even get off a clear shot because Ahmaud was literally fighting for his life. But McMichael was outmatched by the very Black prey that he pursued. This is taking a toll on me because I have to liken Breonna Taylor to Botham Jean. She is in her home and is confronted with law enforcement. That alone is jarring. It's at night. She's tired. Botham Jean was in his home at night, chilling, watching the game, eating some ice cream. This is the same way they stormed into our homes and pulled us out and sold us off. It's a plantation mentality. This is the same thing they did in the 1800s, the same way they did it after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed in 1863. They still did it in 1865 after we were found to be free throughout the nation. Texas was the last state to be told they were free sometime between July 13th and July 19th, ergo June 13th to June 19th, ergo Juneteenth. That was in 1865. They were pulling us out of our homes in 1867. That's why, Black Wall Street and Rosewood, Florida, had to be taken down because they felt the need to walk into our communities in our home and establish themselves as superior through fear mongering and terror. Yet we are considered volatile. I'm drawing these parallels because I'm telling you that I need to take a step back. I'm raising two black boys. As many of you are raising your black boys, and we've been concerned. But Breonna Taylor and Tatiana Jefferson teach us that our daughters are just as much in danger. We are endangered species, and so when I do the research on my show, and I try to bring you stats and figures and draw parallels and draw the delineated lines that intersect so that it's not just me with my opinions, as you know, I have them, but I want it to be not just me, but the two of us, but I need to do self-care. And I'm taking this time and coming to you and talking to you about self-care because we don't establish self-care as simply being able to be comfortable in an effective no. We don't do self-care. We talk about self-care as mental health, as if mental anguish doesn't necessarily fall in that category, it falls through the cracks, because when you need to just take a step back, it doesn't necessarily mean you need to go to a therapist. We are told that Black people don't do therapy, but we are not talking about the fact that Black people don't have great insurance that covers therapy and mental health treatment. I am taking a step back from the Black Tea Sip for 2 weeks. And I'm going to do some self-care. I need to close out the school year with my boys. I told y'all I am everything from the lunch lady to the after school care and then Dr. Mom in between and well into the night. But I need to take a step back and do self-care. And sometimes self-care is simply removing yourself from the things that you don't think are good for you to continue to filter. And the case with Armaud Arbery, coupled with Breonna Taylor, reflective upon Tamir Rice and Sandra Bland and Trayvon Martin and so many more. I need to just take a step back. And I need to prepare a good show and do good producing and production for you. So I have lined up June 5th. We'll be talking to Dr. Tamika Perry. She's a Delta, but that's okay. But she's a medical doctor trained in the Western part of the world, so the United States. But she's also studied Eastern medicine, the philosophy, herbs, spices, how we can do natural homeopathic cures. We're going to be talking to her on June 5th, trying to line up Dr. Randy Nadeau, who's a pediatrician, studied in the Air Force and has a very different idea about vaccinations and how to care for the melatonin people that we are. So with that being said, I just want you guys to know that I'm taking care of myself. I hope you're taking care of yourself, because all of these murders coupled with COVID-19, knowing that we're not getting proper care, knowing that that we are dying at an alarming rate, it's a little bit, when I start to delve into it and do my research, I find myself going down a rabbit hole. And I need to just take a step back. I need to close out the year for my boys, as I said. And I need to take some deep breaths and I need to decompress. And so I'll be back on June 5th. I hope that you guys will be patient with me. Allow me to have this time. I know a lot of times people don't talk about this, but I feel like we're a family. We're sun-kissed by God's lips, and so it ain't nothing we can't tell each other. So I'm telling you nothing but what Jesus loves, the truth. And I hope that you are doing the same in this time. And so let's see each other on June 5th. I'm planning a really great show for you. But this is just what I need. Okay? All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Diamonds, Pearls, and Jerry Curl on June 5th. I'll see you then.